Imagine a sea of sand, endless and golden, stretching as far as the eye can see. Now imagine a hidden crack in the earth, a narrow canyon whispering ancient secrets. What if I told you that at the end of this path lies a city that shouldn't exist? A metropolis carved, not from wood or brick, but from the living rock of the desert itself. Hidden in the heart of modern-day Jordan, there once stood a city unlike any other. A city carved not by time, but by the hands of a forgotten people. They called it Petra. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago, around 300 BCE. Long before Rome ruled the world, a nomadic tribe known as the Nabateans roamed these deserts. They were traders, wanderers, and, as it turns out, engineers of pure genius. They saw these towering red cliffs not as a barrier, but as a canvas. Their king, Aretas, stood before his people and declared a vision that would echo through eternity. "We will build not on sand but inside the rock. Our city shall never fall, for the mountains will guard it." And so, they began. With rhythmic chisels and unwavering determination, they carved their civilization directly into the rose-red sandstone. Homes, temples, and magnificent tombs emerged from the cliffs, their columns and statues catching the first light of dawn. They weren't just building structures, they were sculpting a dream. But there was a problem. The desert is a cruel master. There was no river, only sand. How could a city thrive without water? This is where the Nabateans' true brilliance shone. A young engineer named Selim understood the desert's hidden language. He believed that beneath the stones, water was waiting to be found. He proposed a revolutionary plan: to carve intricate channels, build dams, and dig cisterns to catch every single drop of rain. Over years of tireless work, they built an incredible underground water system. And miraculously, the barren valley bloomed. Gardens and fountains appeared, turning this desert fortress into a lush paradise of stone and water. Petra's location was its destiny. It sat at the crossroads of the ancient world. Soon, caravans laden with silks from China, incense from Arabia, and spices from India poured into the city. Its markets overflowed with jewels, ivory, and treasures from every corner of the known world. Petra became the beating heart of the ancient trade routes, a vibrant bridge connecting east and west. At night, the city came alive. Torches lit the canyons, music from lutes filled the air, and merchants from distant lands feasted under the stars. The great treasury, its most famous facade, would shine like a golden beacon in the moonlight. It was a city of kings and dreamers. But even as Petra flourished, a shadow was looming on the horizon. In 106 CE, the unstoppable Roman Empire arrived. The legions marched towards Petra, but instead of war, they brought a treaty. The once fiercely independent kingdom was absorbed into the Roman province of Arabia Petraea. Roman arches, amphitheaters, and paved roads began to appear, mingling with the unique Nabatean architecture. But as an older Selim watched, he knew this was the beginning of the end. He said, "They call this peace, but each road they build leads away from us." He was right. New sea routes were established, and the caravans that were Petra's lifeblood began to bypass the city. Its wealth, once as vast as the desert, started to fade like dust in the wind. Then, in the 4th century CE, nature delivered the final blow. A catastrophic earthquake struck the region. The sound of cracking stone echoed through the valley as the magnificent city, carved to last forever, began to crumble. Temples fell, the ingenious water channels burst, and homes collapsed. The city that had defied the desert was now being reclaimed by it. As the tremors subsided, an unbreakable silence fell over the valley. For over 1,000 years, Petra vanished. It became a whisper, a myth told by local Bedouin tribes. The sand buried its streets, and the world completely forgot that this marvel of human ingenuity had ever existed. It remained a ghost city until 1812. A Swiss explorer named Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, disguised as an Arab trader, heard rumors of a lost city. He convinced a local guide to lead him through a narrow, winding canyon known as the Sick. As they walked in silence between the towering red walls, the path suddenly opened up, and there it was. The majestic facade of the treasury, glowing in the sunlight. Burckhardt, struck with awe, could only whisper, This cannot be the work of men." With his sketches and notes, He reintroduced Petra to the world. A city thought lost to legend was reborn, its secrets once again kissed by the sun. Today, you can walk that same path. You can feel the echo of ancient footsteps in the Seek, see the treasury lit by thousands of candles at night, and listen to the soft notes of a Bedouin flute under the stars. Petra endures, not as a ruin, but as a living testament to what humanity can carve from impossibility. Its stones still breathe. Its walls still whisper their incredible story. The desert tried to take it once, but as Petra proves, no force on earth can truly bury a dream that has been carved in stone. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you loved this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the world's greatest wonders. See you next time.